Hey everybody. So I'm doing something a little bit different this time. I know it seems like I always say that. Well, I shouldn't say it's something a little bit different because this is actually what I kind of started off doing and what I kind of have always wanted to get back to. I just never got around to it. I'm doing an old Sierra adventure, but this is not one of the more popular ones. Police Quest was always kind of a neglected series next to King's Quest, Space Quest, and Leaders of Larry, and later Quest for Glory. But there's been some events happening around the world this year, and especially in the United States. And I thought, okay, maybe this is kind of relevant. Maybe now is a good time to kind of reflect on certain things and certain ideas which may or may not be prevalent in our culture and our media. And Police Quest is an interesting sort of time capsule because it's a game that was actually written and designed by an actual police officer or an ex police officer. And it came out in the 1980s, actually, yeah, copyright 1960 since 1987. 87, I believe, happens to be the year that this game came out. So let's just take a little bit of a nostalgic trip down memory lane, remember the 80s, and at the same time kind of think about how police officers see themselves and how this game kind of relates to our present day zeitgeist regarding police relations with the public. So yeah, in my previous Apple IIgs videos, I am doing this on the Apple IIgs, by the way, because the Apple IIgs versions of Old Sierra Adventures have better sound than the PC versions, which most of you are likely to be more familiar with. But in my past Apple IIgs videos, I usually used the emulator Kegs, or I guess Kegs 32 it's called, I think, for Windows. I'm now using a newer emulator for the Apple IIgs called G Sport, which is obviously meant to be a pun on G Spot, which is, well, hopefully you know what that is. I'm not going to explain it now. But G Sport does something a little bit, it's something that annoys me just a little bit. It doesn't boot to AppleSoft Basic. So early Apple II computers, like old Apple IIs and IIes and things, would typically boot to what's called the monitor, and not the monitor in the sense of the screen, not like the display screen, but a software monitor like this. Where I am now with this asterisk prompt is called the monitor. It's the Apple II monitor. Later Apple IIs would boot into AppleSoft Basic, and my Apple IIgs that I had would do that. When I actually had an Apple IIgs as a kid, it would boot into Basic. So I don't know why G Sport doesn't. I find that kind of annoying because I feel like it should. But anyway, I mean, I know if you can call if you want to manually enter the monitor, you can type call -151. That's like the famous command to enter this interface. But a more pressing question is, how do you get out of it? Now, many references online will claim that you can press Control C to get out of the monitor and into BASIC. But if you try to do that, let me do this. I'll press Control C. Now, nothing happens, but if you press Enter, you get that square bracket prompt, which looks like you should be at BASIC. But then, if you try to do anything, like even if you just try to type something as simple as list, it gives you this error message. Like it tries to run an instruction at memory location 0, which is obviously a break instruction, and so it breaks because of that. What you actually need to do is press Control B. So I'm going to press Control B and press Enter, and now it looks the same. But now if I type list, I don't get an error, and I can do usual Apple II things like print. Something like this, and then say 20 is go to 10, and then if you list it, and then if you run it, it does that, just like a real computer. Okay, how do I get out? Do I press Control C to stop this? Yes, I do. Okay. Anyway, so let's go ahead and try to run the game. I should have the disks already set up in the virtual drive, so if we just do PR number 5 to run Protoss from slot 5, it should run. There we go. Yeah, it's running. Okay. June 1987. Boy, what a time that was. What a time to be alive. That was a better time. Anyway, so yeah, so for those of you who don't know, the Police Quest games, or the first three Police Quest games, were designed by Jim Walls, who had worked for several years as a California Highway Patrol officer, which is, mostly just a traffic cop. It's usually not a position which requires you to do anything particularly dangerous. But Jim Walls was involved in a shootout with somebody, and I guess it kind of shattered his nerve. Like he said he remembered the experience and said, there was somebody trying to kill me, and I guess it was mentally. Oh yeah, these Apple II games they have like built-in joystick support. It actually works pretty. I'm just going to press enter. It actually works kind of well. If you emulate joystick support using the numeric keypad, you can actually make your character move with the numeric keypad, not in a start-stop basis like most of you probably know, but it actually. I'll try to demonstrate it when the game's running. Okay, so here we have the title screen, obviously. So right off the top, before the game even gets started, like literally the very first thing that you see is, images and sounds associated with gunfire, which is maybe not something you want to associate with police at this current point in history. That might not be a good thing might be something that police officers might want to get away with. So one thing that, oh yeah, Allo programmed this. Kind of funny. Oh yeah, and Scott Murphy programmed it too. Before Al went on to do Leaders Out Larry, and Scott went on to do Space Quest with Mark Crow. Yeah, they actually worked as programmers on this game. Oh, and Mark Crow did the graphics. So all these guys ended up doing sort of backseat roles on this game before they went on to design their own games. Anyway, yeah, so these games being made in the 1980s, they're very much influenced by 1980s sort of action movies. They're kind of like, fundamentally they're kind of police procedurals, but they're sort of like police procedurals if the police were in an action movie. They're sort of a mix of both. And Jim Walls, being an actual police officer or an actual retired police officer, tried quite hard to put realism into these games. But there are some cracks where it's just kind of like, oh, we come back to this. Okay, I need to, because I need to press a key to skip past that sequence. And yeah, I apologize if it's a bit slow. It is running on an Apple II emulator. Here we go, and thus starts the game. So let's see. Let's take a look around. Around the hallway is a keyboard, a table holding radio extenders, a photograph on the far wall, and a barred window to the evidence room. So, I think, let's see. Well, okay, let's take a look around. So, if we look at the board here, this keyboard holds the keys to the squad cars that are presently operable. Can I take a key? You take the patrol car's keys from the keyboard. Nice. Okay. Can I take another key? You can't drive two cars at once. No, but I can take two keys at once. I didn't say drive two cars at once. I said take another key. Game needs to learn English. Okay. Oh, yeah. And this is what I was saying about the joystick. So most of you who are familiar with Sierra Adventures know that if you use arrow keys or the numeric keypad, it's start-stop, which means, for example, if I press left now, let's say, the character just keeps going left, and the character will continue left until he or she hits an obstacle. And, same with right. If you want to stop the character, you have to press the key again, like that. So it kind of toggles movement. But joystick movement, right now my emulator is using the numeric keypad to emulate a joystick. So if I hold down, for example, left on the numeric keypad, I'm holding it down now, and when I release the key, the character stops. Same with right. I'm holding down the right button now, and now the character stops when I release the button. Whereas if I held down the left button, let me hold down the left keyboard arrow left key. See, what's happening now is the character keeps starting and stopping. It's basically he's constantly starting and stopping with every step, so his movement is not smooth. So yeah, joystick movement or emulated joystick movement is kind of cool. Something I didn't really experience much as a kid, or at all as a kid, because I didn't have a joystick for Apple II. Anyway, let's see. So we need to look at these radio extenders, right? The table holds handheld radio extenders that work in conjunction with your police car radio when you're not near your patrol car. So basically, these are not radios in themselves, or well, I guess they are, but they're not. These things in themselves use the antenna inside the car. So it's kind of funny. The main transmitting antenna remains inside the police car, and these things here only transmit. They don't transmit. They're not like cellular phones or mobile phones where they transmit citywide. These are just, these only transmit as far as your car, so they basically relay through the car's antenna. Anyway, we can just say get a radio, and we pick up a squelchy, noisy, but workable extender. Nice. And if we go up here into the menus, let's actually take a look at the menus for a second. Ooh, About PQ. Police question to the Death Angel, Jim Wall Studios version 2.0b. You've been playing for 5 minutes and 1 seconds. That is lazy coding to say 1 seconds. But okay, fair enough. Help. Alright, so yeah, these are the basic things. Pretty standard Sierra stuff, except for Control D, which radios dispatch. That's something special they did for this game. The rest of this is pretty much, I would say, yeah, standard keyboard keys for an early AGI Sierra adventure. Yeah, this is to save, restore, and restart the game. Oh yeah, and here we can, there's also a dispatcher option here. What happens if I use if I call dispatch now? Captain Wibblestick comes on the air and advises you to review proper radio procedures in your LPD Policeman's Indoctrination Guide. Oh yeah, the Police Quest series, or at least these first 3 games, take place in the fictional city of Lytton, California. There's no such city. It was just used as a generic, Central Californian city for the setting of these games. And obviously LPD is the Lytton Police Department. And yeah, this is just to turn sound on and off instead of the joystick and pause the game. Okay, so let's look at what we have in our inventory. So we have the patrol car keys. These keys fit your government-issued, choked-down, limp-wristed patrol car. That is a phrase which might not go down as well today, but okay, fair enough. And then, besides that, we have the radio extender. Your handheld radio extender works in conjunction with your patrol car's radio, so you can talk to dispatch while out of your car. Nice. High tech. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and look at the photo here. The game doesn't know what a photo is. Look at the picture. This is the most recent photograph of Lytton's chief of police, Randolph Brown-Nose Wibblestick. Appointed to the department only 10 years ago, old BN rapidly manipulated his way to the top. Rather negative portrayal of the police of chief. The chief of police, but okay, fair enough. All right, let's see. What's down here? If we open door, and in we go. This is actually, Yakko did actually make a video of this game. Oh, I guess the chief is here. Sonny, are you going to be late for briefing again? Officer Bonds, your public awaits you. We probably shouldn't dilly-dally around here. We should probably get going to the briefing. So let's see. Let's take a quick look around at what else we have here. I know I said we should hurry to the briefing, but I think we have enough time to quickly check what's up here. Oh, it's a computer. Oh boy, this is sure high tech. This is a computer room complete with an outdated terminal just packed with valuable information. Nice. Okay. Well, we might want to check that out in just a second, but let's go ahead and attend the briefing, which we are scheduled to be attending soonish. So, yeah. Yeah, I remember Yakko, he walked in there and he said, "I am not your son." All right, briefing at 1300 hours. Police in North America often, whoops. Oh no, here we are for the 13 o'clock briefing, and it's 13:15. Once again, you've spent too much time goofing off. Did I die? Yes, I did. Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that you can actually miss the briefing. I didn't even dilly-dally around that long, or at least I didn't think I did. Well then, okay, let's go ahead and restart the game, Shift 9. And let's just go straight to the briefing room at this time instead of looking around the first room. Wow, I don't think this ever happened to me. I didn't realize that the game's on a timer like that. All right, fine. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Yeah, police in North America use 24-hour time, which is a convention otherwise mostly associated with either Europe or the military. But let's see, where's my spot in the briefing? Is it? I seem to recall that my spot is. Hold on. What happens if I go to? Oh, this is your assigned position for briefings. Okay, the game tells you this is your spot. I think if you go to somebody else's spot, it tells you this is not your spot. Or does it? No. Okay. It doesn't. Okay, so you just have to kind of trial and error it until you find which spot is yours. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Let's look at the table here. There's a newspaper. Can we get the newspaper? You've got this morning's edition of the Lytton Tribune. Okay, can we read the newspaper? Oh. Dope. Oh. All right, let's see. So this is about President Hickel, Smugsville, USA. President Hickel was in Smugsville yesterday evening observing the annual migration. I think that's something we can ignore, but this might be relevant to the game. Dope in the city. The city of Lytton, once a beautiful, peaceful, quiet city with few major crime problems, is now experiencing rapid growth and prosperity. But along with growth has come an alarming increase in the crime rate. That is, see Dope, page 2. All right, nice. Can I go ahead and put away the newspaper now? Why do that? Stop? How can you do that? Leave? Go where? Put away. Did I say put away newspaper? I think I did, didn't I? Yes. Stop reading newspaper. Oh, I thought that confused it so much that it just. Sonny Bonds, please find your place. Briefing is about to begin. All right. Let's go ahead and go to our spot. So it really doesn't tell you. Oh, this is your assigned position for briefings. Okay, I guess we can go to either position at this table then. All right, fair enough. Wow, the game really doesn't move too swiftly, does it? I forgot that was one of the problems with these Apple II versions, Apple IIgs versions of the game. Hey, Sonny, that story in this morning's paper sure made you look good. What story? I don't remember being in a story in the paper. I remember reading about dope in the city. Was I a dope dealer? Was I in the story about dope, and that's why I was in the story in the newspaper? Maybe our character is a dope dealer, and we don't know it. You know, it's like one of those plot mechanisms or plot devices where your character has some secret side that's not revealed to the player, and you don't even realize that you're actually slinging dope on the side. Besides being a police officer, who knows? So, of course, here we have an appropriately diverse cast of characters. There is a female police officer on the left. There is a police officer of color to her right. And then the three hair colors, blonde, brunette, and redhead, are represented in the three men on the right. And, of course, standing behind the podium there is a senior person. So all ages, all races, all genders are represented here, or at least all those that were significant in 1980s America. Sergeant John Dooley briefs the 1300 shift, beginning with the latest hot sheet of stolen rides, meaning basically a list of license plates of stolen cars, I guess. Welcome back, man, says Sergeant John Dooley. I hope you enjoyed the long weekend. What long weekend? Now listen up, he barks. We're looking for a black 1983 Cadillac, license number LOP1238. Vehicle identification number is blah, blah, blah. Reported stolen last week. Try hard to find it so I can get that Malcolm Washington character off my back for a change. Don't know who that is. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the mayor or something, or the governor. Dooley continues. Now hear this. Last night, 3 teenagers were arrested in 3 separate arrests, each for drunk driving. 2 of the 3 were in possession of cocaine, and all 3 attend Jefferson High School. That should tell you something, boys and girls. What does it tell you, that students are crackheads? Well, that's it for today. Watch your butts, kids. We don't want old Chief Whipplestick whining about our industrial injury stats going up again. Sonny Bonds, your call number will be 8332. Why did you only tell us our call number, but not anyone else their call number? It's kind of odd. Okay, do we have to wait for everybody to? Oh no, we can actually. I wonder if I can. I think I might be able to intercept these people on their way out and get them to say something. Better write some tickets if you want to keep Dooley off your back. Yeah, okay, these people actually say things to you as they are walking out if you can catch up to them. Sort of a little mini game in itself, trying to catch these people before they walk out so you can see what they say. All right, let's see. What do we have on the wall here? These are, 8 pigeonholes. Look in pigeonhole. You check your pigeonhole and find a handwritten message. Sonny, how's about 11:98 at Carol's Caffeine Castle later in the shift? Steve. The game did come with a manual which lists all these police codes, all these common police communications codes and things that they use as a common spoken shorthand. By far the most famous of these is, of course, 10-4, which means, well, the manual describes it as received message, basically meaning I acknowledge your communication. But the game here tells us about an 1198, which, according to the manual, means meeting. Let's have a meeting at Carol's Caffeine Castle. Sounds like a very formal meeting. That's definitely a place for an important. Since you no longer need the message, you discard it. Okay, fair enough. Is there anything else in the pigeonhole? Your pigeonhole is empty. Okay. All right. I guess there's not much else to do here. So let's go ahead and let's see. So we shouldn't fool around too long because we do need to sure clears out quick around here. That is right. Okay, so yeah, we shouldn't mess around too long because obviously we have a job to do. I mean, we can't just be hanging around the police station all day. But let's just check out that computer again and just see if there's anything. I mean, I guess we don't really have anything to look up right now, do we? But we can say, for example, I don't know, look at the books. Their computer. You have no use for the computer manuals. Can we read them? No. Okay. Look at the board. A few outdated memos filled with superfluous crap hang on the bulletin board. Typical. All right, can we look out the window? You're not close enough. All right. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh boy, this game is so corny sometimes, but it's fun. It's it's cute. It's like it works much more slowly when it's off. Turn on computer. Oh, this game is such a piece of 1980s memorabilia. Okay, enter search string. Enter search string. I wonder if it is programmed to recognize words that you're not supposed to say. Let's start off a little bit gentle and ramp up from there. Wow. Wow, it actually... Really? Okay, I'm going to get creative here just for a moment. I apologize, folks. I'm going to be extremely juvenile and infantile about this just for a minute or two because I just want to see. I mean, I have to find out what else it recognizes here. They actually went to the trouble of putting all this in. Wow, this is like Wikipedia. Oh, it doesn't know that. Biologic. Isn't it biological? Wow. Oh, wow. Well, I was not expecting. Okay, I think I'm done being immature. I'm sorry. I had to do. I had to see what the game recognizes. Okay, what about the city that we're in? The city we're in is called Lytton. It doesn't. It knows about all those other things, but it doesn't know about the city we're in. Okay, maybe. What if I look up our name, for example? Our character is named Sonny Bonds. 15-year veteran of the LPD. Okay, simple enough. What was the chief's name? Whipplestick? I might have gotten the name wrong. Oh, the guy who briefed us, his name is Dooley, right? Is that right? Maybe I'm wrong. How do I get out of here now? Exit? Yes, exit. Okay. Laura Watts of Narcotics enters the room. Hello, Sonny, she says. Okay, let's look up Laura Watts. Turn on computer. So, her name is Watts. No record? Really? Laura Watts? What? Okay. All right. Oh, wait. Let's try Jim Walls. Nice old family man. Former Chip, not as in cow. Yes, there was an old TV series that called CHP, California Highway Patrol Officers, CHIPS. Do not use this term today. It's extremely dated, and if you use it, it's kind of like it's about as it makes you sound about as hip as calling something the bee's knees. Oh, it helps if I type that correctly. Okay. Sonny, you should be out on duty, not fooling around here in the computer room. I'm not fooling around. I'm looking at valuable data, ma'am. Just doing my job. Let's see. Can we look at Laura? Oh! Oh! Oh, boy. Can we talk to her? Go on, Sonny. Get out of here and get to work. All right, fair enough. I'm going. Bye-bye. All right. Before we go and actually, start our patrols and things, let me check our inventory. Our inventory is, we have the newspaper, but we don't have any equipment. So what we should do, I mean, we can get the key and the radio extender from here. Come on, there we go. But before we go out, we actually need to head into the other room that we haven't seen from this screen yet, which is this one down here. And yeah, this is the locker room. Oh boy, if we'd gotten in here a little faster, we would actually see some guys. We would see some people here. Showering, and you can actually walk into the shower, and the guy will start saying, "Hey, man, what are you looking at?" But yeah, and I would have made a joke about how we have to inspect his weapon because that's proper police procedure. But unfortunately, we're too late now. All right, can we open our locker? I think this is our locker here. Wow, it helps if locker's too far. Where's our locker? I thought it was there. Is it this one here, or is it? There we go. Oh wow, cool sound effect. Hold on, I need to do that again. Wow. Awesome sound effect. Way better than the sound effect in the PC version. The PC version just made this weird bleep. Let's try again. Wow. Cool door opening sound effect. I like that. Okay, so let's look in the locker. You store your personal gear in your locker. You see your weapon in your gun belt. There's a speed loader of ammunition on the shelf. Briefcase rests on the bottom of the locker. The keys to your Corvette. Towels neat fold in the bottom of the locker. Your civilian clothes. And a little t-shirt and pair of jeans hang here. So let's go and get the towel first. Regulation requires a shower before changing. That is true. In fact, the game's manual specifically says that you should shower every day as a police officer. So let's go ahead and, I mean, theoretically you could shower at home as well, but sure, let's go ahead and get in here and turn on the shower. Morris Fudley has worn out this shower. How do you wear out a shower? Is it possible to wear out a shower? Something, a nice hot shower. All right, shower. The shower is on. Yeah, I know. Wash yourself. What's a yourself? Wash body. How can you do that? Well, come on. You're a grown man. Do you really expect me to tell you how that works? Okay. Turn off shower. And wait, what happens if I don't get the towel? Oh, he automatically puts the towel on anyway. All right, all right. All right, fine. All right, let's go back to our locker here. And wait a very long time for it to load the locker. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the uniform. Again, have to type it correctly. Okay, now we're wearing our uniform, so let's go ahead and get the gun. The policeman's tool belt, don't leave home without it. Get the ammo. 6 rounds of 357 Magnum, hollow point, silver jacketed bullets. Do you really need a Magnum as a police officer? I mean, most police, at least today, most police just carry 9mm rounds. Was it usual for police to carry Magnum rounds in the 1980s? That seems a bit, it's kind of a bad choice for urban self-defense, but okay, anyway, whatever. Can we get the briefcase? Yep, it contains many items we'll need in the field. And these, obviously these, civilian clothes we don't need. And these keys are for our personal car, which we don't need now. We'll use that when we go off duty. So let's go ahead and close the locker. And I guess we're done here. I guess we can finally go out to our patrol car and start patrolling around. Let's see this. Showers and 3 toilet stalls. I'm trying to see, is this a woman? Is that a man or a woman cleaning? Say, fool, back out of here just a shade. You getting close enough to dance with, and Lord only knows I did enough dancing last week. Is that a woman or a man? It's probably a woman, I'm guessing. You see nothing special. Hello. Okay, fine. Oh yeah, and you can see there's somebody in this toilet stall here. Oh yeah. There's no yeah. There's no way to actually get inside that toilet stall, but this is actually the source of the famous line which Jakko used. So Jakko tried to he typed open door here, but this was the source of the famous surprise, surprise, open door. Unfortunately, it did not work, just as it did not work for me when I just tried it now. What a same. Yeah, we've already seen that. Sorry. Okay. All right, I think we're done here in this room for now. So let's go ahead and get outside, and I guess we're ready to hit the beat. But yeah, so we got all this stuff here. We got the radio extender and the patrol car keys from this room. Okay, cool. So we're all set to go outside and start patrolling around. But since I've already been doing this for half an hour, let's go ahead and call it a video for now, and we'll get to the patrol next time. So let's go ahead and save the game here. I will go ahead and give a sensible name for the saved game. And that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed, and that I will see you all next time. Bye-bye for now.